Auto Reviews is the year is 2026 and a new legend rises from the cold hangars of the Russian north. The MiG-41, the fighter that turns the edge of space into its battlefield and transforms speed into an invisible weapon forged by the Mikoyan Design Bureau. This machine stands as the successor to the MiG-31, but it belongs to another world. Its sleek white fuselage glows against the dawn light like a shard of ice in motion, carrying the promise of hypersonic flight. Its twin engines roar with a voice that splits the air, a thunderous declaration that human innovation has broken yet another barrier. The MiG-41 is not just an aircraft, it is a living storm, a whisper of the future built for the unseen wars of tomorrow. Under its aerodynamic skin lies a structure of titanium alloys and graphene composites engineered to withstand temperatures that would melt ordinary metal. The jet can pierce through the stratosphere at over Mach 4, its plasma-cooled body slicing through friction as if the sky itself were surrendering to its will. In the cockpit, the pilot sits surrounded by a halo of blue light. Holographic interfaces rise from the console, tracking targets hundreds of miles away. Artificial intelligence guides every decision, predicting threats before human eyes can even register movement. This is not flying, this is fusion between man and machine. The MiG-41's radar system, powered by quantum sensors, can detect stealth aircraft and hypersonic missiles invisible to conventional detection. It does not hunt, it anticipates its enemy. The helmet of the pilot acts as both shield and window, an augmented reality visor that turns the sky into a digital grid of information, each symbol, each pulse representing life or death. Below the jet, the earth fades into curves of blue and white. Above it, the stars burn cold. This is where the MiG-41 feels at home, on the frontier between atmosphere and space. Armed with long-range K-77M missiles and experimental laser arrays, it can strike from distances unthinkable to any current generation aircraft. Its weapons bay hidden within the fuselage keeps its stealth profile intact until the moment it decides to reveal its fury. The MiG-41 carries no fear. Its speed is its armor, its silence its deadliest weapon. Even radar waves struggle to chase it. Plasma stealth technology envelops it in an ionized field that bends electromagnetic energy, making it nearly invisible to enemy systems. Engineers have called it the ghost interceptor because by the time you see it, you're already in its sights. Each test flight has rewritten the limits of endurance. Pilots report sensations like diving into light. The transition from subsonic to hypersonic happens in seconds. The aircraft feels alive, pulsing with raw kinetic power. At 20 kilometers above sea level, the MiG-41 can intercept threats approaching from orbit, turning every launch into a calculated move in global defense strategy. Its mission profile includes anti-satellite warfare, high-altitude interception, and near-space reconnaissance, something no other operational fighter has achieved. This is the weapon of a new era where the boundary between air and space dissolves. Engineers at Mikoyan call it Project POC-DP, but the world calls it the future. Built with a hybrid turbofan ramjet propulsion system, it breathes air like a predator at low altitude, then transforms into a near rocket engine as it ascends through the upper sky. Its digital nervous system links directly to ground command and satellite constellations, creating a combat network known as Skyweb, where data flows faster than sound. Within that system, the MiG-41 becomes both hunter and sentinel, guarding the edges of nations from threats traveling at hypersonic speed. Inside the aircraft, the silence between the engine pulses feels sacred. Instruments hum softly, as if aware of the magnitude of their own creation. This is not just Russian engineering, this is the human desire to conquer the unreachable. The MiG-41 stands as a statement that no frontier is final. Its exterior design follows the principle of adaptive stealth, every surface, every angle calculated to scatter radar reflections across changing atmospheric densities. Its wings, slender yet strong, use adaptive geometry to maintain lift at extreme altitudes, giving it the balance of a falcon and the momentum of a meteor. The onboard computer is capable of self-repairing its software in flight, ensuring continuity even under cyber attack, and its flight control operates via optical fiber fly-by-light technology, replacing traditional wiring with beams of light that react in microseconds. The result, pure responsiveness unbroken by interference. Its sensors can identify a target's heat signature from hundreds of kilometers away, even when cloaked by advanced countermeasures. The MiG-41 is designed for the unseen duel, where milliseconds decide destiny. As it cuts through the clouds, it leaves behind a thin glowing trail, the only evidence that something beyond human reach just passed overhead. On the ground, crews stare upward, barely catching a glimpse before the sonic boom echoes across the horizon, a reminder that the MiG-41 does not chase, it dominates. Its presence in global defense politics is undeniable. Nations watch its test footage in awe, realizing that air superiority has been redefined. The MiG-41 will not replace the old jets, it will eclipse them, for it belongs to a domain they can never enter, where the air is too thin for wings and only speed sustains life. Its guidance systems operate on predictive vectors, analyzing thousands of potential enemy maneuvers and choosing optimal responses before the pilot even moves the control stick. The aircraft and pilot become become one consciousness flowing through motion and logic. The MiG-41 has achieved what the pioneers of Flight once dreamed: total mastery over airspace and time. This masterpiece is expected to redefine every engagement strategy of the coming decades, a testament that in 2026 the future of combat took a new shape, forged in silence, born in fire and baptized in velocity. The MiG-41 roars above the clouds, where silence becomes sound and air becomes fire. This is the point where technology defies imagination and power transcends gravity. The year 2026 marks the rebirth of the interceptor class, an aircraft capable not only of defense but of deterrence. Each component of the MiG-41 tells a story of precision. The engines whisper the language of speed, the wings speak the poetry of balance, and the nose cuts through wind like the blade of time. Under its skin run veins of composite fibers and titanium nerves designed to flex with thermal expansion as the temperature climbs beyond 1000 degrees Celsius, yet the structure remains unbroken, unyielding, alive. The plasma stealth field radiates faintly, shimmering like an aurora across its fuselage, bending radar and light alike. The cockpit remains calm, glowing with digital blue and amber displays showing the vast digital sky, a symphony of data. The pilot rests between the pulse of machines and the heartbeat of destiny, surrounded by artificial intelligence systems that understand emotion, pressure and fatigue. This is the MiG-41, a jet that listens to its pilot, breath by breath, thought by thought. The communication between man and machine is no longer command but communion beyond the visible spectrum. Its sensors sweep the atmosphere, reading heat, energy, electromagnetic distortion and gravitational waves, allowing it to detect the invisible, the unseen and the untouchable. It is an aircraft that transforms information into instinct. Its speed shatters the old definition of distance. At Mach 4+, targets that once took minutes to reach now fall within seconds. It closes the gap between Earth and space, where the sky darkens and stars begin to flicker. The MiG-41 operates as both hunter and guardian, able to intercept satellites, drones and hypersonic weapons. It embodies a philosophy that control of the heavens means control of the battlefield. It does not rely solely on speed but on intelligence, using predictive combat algorithms that calculate potential enemy responses before they happen. It is a machine that plays chess at the speed of light. Its internal weapon bays conceal advanced air-to-air missiles capable of engaging multiple targets across ranges once thought impossible. Integrated laser pods provide defensive and offensive options, neutralizing incoming projectiles with beams of focused energy. The very light becomes a shield and sword. The fuel system operates through adaptive injection, ensuring combustion stability at every altitude, while specialized heat vents line the wings like veins, glowing faintly during re-entry from high-altitude descents. Observers describe it as a comet descending from the heavens. The MiG-41 is not designed for show, it is born from necessity. In a world where threats evolve faster than treaties can be signed, it represents independence. A nation's will condensed into metal in motion. Every launch sequence begins in silence, then erupts into thunder as twin engines ignite, leaving behind only vapor and awe. The data streaming from its sensors feeds global defense networks, updating real-time threat maps across continents. When it flies, it carries not only weapons but information intelligence that can save millions of lives. This is why the MiG-41 is feared and respected across every horizon. During test flights over the Arctic, its sensors tracked suborbital targets moving faster than Mach 10. Its AI successfully predicted their trajectories and simulated intercept patterns, proving that the MiG-41 is not limited by present warfare. It prepares for what is coming beyond the scope of human anticipation. From the ground, its ascent looks like a star being born, a white streak rising through the dim sky until it vanishes into the blue beyond. Its return marked only by the deep resonance of air collapsing in its wake. Engineers describe it as the closest man has come to merging with the physics of the cosmos. Each rivet, each circuit on this aircraft carries the legacy of decades of research, from the first MiG prototypes to the space-age innovations of today. The MiG-41 is the culmination of that lineage, the digital soul of Russian aviation resurrected for the modern era. Yet its creation reaches beyond national pride. It pushes the boundaries of what humanity can achieve when ambition meets technology. Inside the simulator training centers, pilots undergo neural synchronization programs, learning to think at the speed of the machine as their reflexes adapt to hypersonic environments. The jet becomes an extension of the body. Their senses stretch across the sky, their thoughts moving through circuits and data streams. The MiG-41 is more than steel, it is a mirror reflecting what humankind dares to become. During nighttime operations, the aircraft glows with faint bioluminescent panels used for identification by Allied satellites, creating a visual signature like constellations moving through the dark. The exhaust leaves luminous trails that fade like falling stars. Every image captured of the MiG-41 in motion looks almost unreal because it blurs the line between aircraft and energy. In 2026, as it enters full operational readiness, the world's balance of aerial power shifts. Its role extends far beyond defense into strategic deterrence, global reconnaissance and early warning operations. The MiG-41 network communicates with orbital drones forming an electronic halo around the planet. This system ensures that any threat approaching Earth's atmosphere is detected within seconds, making the MiG-41 the guardian of the sky and the sentinel of space. Its engineers speak of future versions capable of unmanned operation and near-orbital flight, turning the interceptor into a dual-domain platform bridging Earth and the stars. When the pilot steps out after a mission, his suit bears the marks of G-forces and light. His eyes reflect the horizon he conquered, because flying the MiG-41 is not just operating an aircraft, it is touching the limit of what human beings can withstand. The roar fades, but its echo remains across hangars, radars, and the hearts of those who witness it. Each mission, each sonic boom becomes a signature in history, a reminder that progress cannot be slowed, that imagination is the real engine of flight. The MiG-41 embodies that philosophy, a white phantom cutting through the infinite blue, reminding every observer that the future is not waiting to arrive, it has already taken off. The legend of 2026 is not a story told in words but in velocity, a symbol of how far ambition can fly and how high determination can rise. Its presence in the sky declares that even in a world of machines, humanity's dream of conquering the heavens burns brighter than ever. This is the MiG-41, the speed of tomorrow, the shield of nations, and the whisper of power carried on the wind. Auto Reviews is